But let's start with some mobility. All right, so thanks for joining today. Let's start with our upper arms. Just swinging. You're standing nice and tall. Just swinging those arms in front of the chest, crisscrossing, alternating which arms come up on top. And you should feel a pretty good stretch as you swing those arms out to the side. You should feel a pretty good stretch through the chest and part of the front part of your shoulders. So just nice and easy swings, crisscrossing, alternating which arm comes up on top. Now from here, let's just do one arm at a time. Big, big circle. So mobility, you're trying to draw a really big circle, reach behind you, then come up overhead and down in front of the body, and you're just working on shoulder mobility. And do what you can, right? You're just trying to draw a big circle, as big as you're comfortable with, and then reverse the movement. Change directions, but we're still on that same arm. Okay, other arm, big circle, loosening up the shoulders. Mobility, getting that blood flow in there. Stretching out all those little muscles, tendons, and ligaments in and around the shoulder complex. So real big circle, as big as you feel comfortable with, right? Don't force it, reverse the movement. So just go within your comfort zone, big circle, as big as you can, comfortably without pain. All right, moving along. Let's grab a pair of dumbbells. Start off light. I'm going to go grab a quick pair. Start off light. So from here, we're going to do a little squat. We're going to make this a big full body move. All right, we're standing real tall. Posture, shoulders back. All right, good posture, tight tummy. You're going to start off with a little squat. So I'm going to give you a side view. So as you bend the legs, you want to push out your hips. As soon as you feel the dumbbells or see the dumbbells around your knee height, stand up. Little bicep curl from right here. Press all the way up, come all the way back down. So it's a full body exercise. You want to load through the heels, push out your hips. Your hands should come right outside the knees. That's how much you want to push your hips back and feel the weight on your heels. Chest is up a little bit. Keep a neutral spine. Stand up, curl, press overhead, come all the way down. And then we squat. Come down to about knee height with the hands. Stand up, bicep curl, press overhead, and we continue. All right, so it's a big full body move. Squat, come up, press, come all the way back down, and you want to continue to repeat. Pushing out your hips as you bend down. Get a good squat. We're not going all the way down. Right? We're coming down about halfway. Right? Till the hands get close to the side of your knees. And once they're there, push through the heels, get nice and tall. Flex the stomach as you bring the weight up and overhead. Let's do 3 more. Squat, come up, press, and repeat. Last one coming up. Stay strong through your core. Good posture. And come all the way down. You can put the weight down. And let's work on some balance. Use your chair if you want. Bring one leg up. You pick. Doesn't matter. Just pick up a leg. Find the balance. Tighten up the tummy. Shoulders back. Whatever you want to do with the leg. I just have my knee bent and kind of coming forward. Foot's kind of underneath the hamstring or thigh. Whatever works. You can also kind of have that leg a little more back if you want. Whatever feels comfortable. Just find a good comfort zone, position. Use your arms for balance or hold on to something. But having your arms out and about to the sides kind of helps with counterbalance as your body kind of will maneuver or shift on you. Feel the weight on the heel of the grounded foot, a little bit on the side, and a little bit around the balls of the feet, right around the big toes. You should really feel those toes gripping the floor or perhaps inside your shoe. And that's what you want. Switch legs. They're little stabilizers, right? The feet, or the toes, that's how we stabilize. That's how we're able to walk, really. Stay balanced as we walk. Bend the knee on the standing leg. Mind your posture. Engage your core. Shoulders back. Pull in the stomach. Get comfortable with that leg, whatever works. Keep working on it. It helps to have a focal point, something to stare at. If you have wandering eyes, it'll throw off your balance a little bit. All right, moving along. Planks. As per someone's request, options. Beginner option. Hands on the sidebars, if you have sidebars. Legs are extended. This is where you can be the tallest, right? As far as you can keep, I would say, the greater angle on this one of your body line, right? So you're not quite at a 90-degree angle, but you're not quite all the way down at about a 45-degree angle. You're kind of like at around a 60-degree angle with your body. So this is one option. The next option, which is a little more challenging, hands on the seat of your chair. So as you get your chest closer to the floor, the more weight you put on your body, your core. This can be tough on the hands and the wrist. Then the next level down is on your elbows, so on the seat of your chair. Now you can also apply this technique, being on your elbows and forearms, with something that's a little taller, if you have it available. Say you're in your bedroom and you're exercising. If you have a high bed, you can get your elbows and forearms on a bed and hold a plank. But all you're trying to do is keep your body straight. Your hips are in alignment with your heels and shoulders. So they call it a straight body line. Think about several points of contact or several points of alignment. Think of your heels, ankles, your knees, hips, and from there, shoulders and your head, all in a straight line. So you don't want to let your hips sag to the floor too much. You don't want to let your hips lift up and the butt is in the air. Everything's straight, strong through the core, nice and easy, come out of it. So those are your progressions. If you have any questions, now is the time to ask me. Those can be a little tough on the shoulders, but you're stabilizing your body weight. So it's a great way to strengthen your shoulders without actually having to lift any kind of weights. Raising your arms out to the side. And sometimes getting a lot of shoulder work requires a lot of dumbbell work. So I like the planks because it really just helps to stabilize those shoulders without actually having to do like some weight-bearing exercises with dumbbells. Moving along to that first move we did, the very first move we did with the two dumbbells, squatting and curling, but I'm going to throw you a little bit of a curveball. So posture's real tall, tight tummy, get your feet set up. Okay, about hip width apart with the feet, legs, shoulders back, engage your core. You're going to squat down, just like we did before. As you come up, just do one arm. Up, come all the way down, squat again. Other arm only. So we're just doing one arm at a time. Squat, come up, curl. Squat, come up, curl. And we're just going to go back and forth between the right and left side. We're going to go for 10 on each side. That's 3, 3. Starting our fourth, 4. So you're adding a squat in between each arm. 4. Going on to 5. 5, squat. 5 on the other arm. Squat again. On the other arm, 6. Straighten out that arm as you squat. Remember to load the heels. There's another 6. Moving on to the 7th rep. Squat, press. 7. Squat, press. 7. Squat. Remember to load the heels as you squat. Engage the core as you press. 2 more. Load the heels. Chest is up. Get a good tall posture as you squat, or maintain that good posture as you squat. Last one. And stop. Put the weight down. Moving along to the balancing. If you want, you can go barefoot. I like to go barefoot for balancing because it really helps to open up my feet. I feel better balanced when I'm barefoot, but that's up to you. Sometimes people don't want to go barefoot because they need the arch support in the shoe. Totally understandable, and that's totally fine. Do what works for you and your body. Do what's comfortable. Just know that you have the option of going barefoot if you want to. You don't have to. Work on your balance. Shoulders, back, core engaged. Little bend in the knee. Try to evenly distribute the weight on your foot. You know, the heel, the side of the foot, the balls of the feet. The arch is lifted a little bit. And then those toes are really kind of gripping and stabilizing. Use a chair if you need to. Have a focal point to stare at. Use your arms for counterbalance. If that's pretty easy, bring the leg up, arms up, same time, come all the way down. Now you can do this with one hand, holding onto a chair, and you're just moving one arm and leg. Again, whatever works for you, play with it, make it work for you. Right? If you can do both arms, great. Or maybe you're just doing the arm and not the legs. Whatever works, as long as you're working. Let's switch legs after this one. Find your balance first. Good tall posture. Engage the core. Little bend in the knee. Find that balance. Get a good footing, good grounded footwork. On the heel, side of the foot, balls of the feet, arches lifted a little bit. And when you feel ready, reach. Again, you don't have to reach. You can always just hold on and just move your leg. Find different combinations. Right? Kind of just go with the flow. Be like water. Go with the flow. Do what goes well with your body. Right? You're trying to find a way to challenge yourself with different types of move based on limitations that you may or may not have. So you may need to make the exercise a little more challenging, or you may need to tone it down, but it's still challenging to you. So it's all relative. As long as it's challenging your balance, that's all I care about. Just a couple more. You should really start to feel that foot and calf, right? The back of our lower leg. Coming down. Planks. So based on the last set that we did, you should know where you're at, where your arm or hand placement is on the chair or maybe the bed. So let's get into that position right now. Let's get set up. Either your elbows are down on the seat of the chair or your hands are down on the seat of the chair. Figure it out. See where you're at. Now from here, get that body nice and straight. Squeeze the core. Squeeze your legs, your thighs. Lock out the knees. Tighten up the glutes. The glutes are your bum, the butt muscle, the tush. Squeeze those muscles together. Pull in the stomach. Get everything nice and strong and tight. Stiff as a board. That's why they call it planks. So you're just holding. Hold, hold, hold. Make sure your elbows are below your shoulders. Whatever you want to do with your hands and forearms, totally fine. I just have them out to the front. My hands are underneath my head, my face. It's comfortable. It's fine for me. Whatever works for you. 10 more seconds. Continue to hold. Continue to flex your stomach. Almost there. 5 seconds. And nice and easy, bring one leg in and stand all the way up, and let's move along. All right. Moving along, moving along, moving along. We're trying to bulk up, right, Kate? Bulk, bulk, bulk. Trying to be big like Arnold. No thanks. That was too big. Okay. Moving along. Sit-ups, core. But with a little variation. Not so much sit-ups, but a hollow body hold version. So the weight is right in front of our chest, underneath your chin. Posture is real, real tall. Tighten up the stomach. Your feet are going to be out in front of you. Legs are bent a little. Start to lean back. Hold it there. Find a good, comfortable angle, leaning back that doesn't hurt your legs or your lower back. From here, bring one leg up. So you're going to keep that weight close to your chest. You're leaning back as far as you're comfortable with, without back pain. Once you find that angle with your upper body, you're going to start to raise those legs, one at a time. You're just picking up that foot off the ground, bringing your foot to about the height of the chair, or the height of your thighs, however you want to think about it, but as long as you're trying to get that foot off the ground, maybe you're a little lower with that foot, and that's fine. Let's do 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. The more you lean back, the harder it is. 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay back here. Keep the legs down. Bring the weight to one hand. Hold it there. So we're loading the weight on one side. You're leaning back. Heels are down. Should feel like your feet are pretty light. Press, come right back down. Press up, come right back down. Now, if it's too much with the weight, you can get rid of the weight and just reach with your arm. You don't have to use the weight if you don't want to. But pretend like you're pressing something, reach up and come down. You can use a water bottle, right? A canned good, whatever you want. Find something to lift. Wine bottle will work. Bottle of anything. Any kind of liquid, any kind of food that won't open on you, of course, right? Switch arms. And press. Get right back into it. You're still leaning back. You should still feel your core working. And you really feel it working when you press that weight up. Continue to lean back. Let's do 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, don't come out of it. Stay back here. 1, you're still leaning back. Keep the weight close to your chest. I know it's tough. Hold on to it. Keep it here. Tighten up that tummy. Breathe. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Lean back. Lightly touch the chair. Get nice and tall. And let's start doing a little seated sit-up, where you come back as far as you can without back pain. And then you do a sit-up. Get nice and tall at the top. Lean back. Tight, tight tummy. Come back as far as you can without pain. Sit nice and tall at the top. And continue to move back and forth. Use your core. Keep the weight close to your chest, underneath the chin. If it's tough, put the weight down and just use your body weight. Or if you want to use the weight, but you still want to challenge yourself without the pain, don't go back as far. Shorten up your range of motion. All right, just lean back a little bit. And so you have to figure it out. You have to modify based on your body. Now from here, get those elbows wide. We're still leaning back. We're still working on our core. Turn. Twist. So those elbows are out wide. Right? And you're using that as a guide, like a visual guide, so that you know you're twisting and rotating from the waist. You're going to see that elbow really reach back to the outside and possibly a little bit behind your chair. And that's what you want. You really want to try to twist and turn, pretending like you're looking over your shoulder behind you. And as you're doing all that, you are leaning back, keeping that core nice and tight. Let's do 5 more. 5. 5. 4. 4. Keep that core engaged. 3. 3. We are almost there. 2. 2. 1. And 1. And put the weight down. Good job. We're almost there. When you're ready, stand up again. Get a little drink of water if you need it. We're going to work on some Romanian deadlifts. We haven't done these in a while. It's been a long time. So we're going to try to work on our hamstrings and our posture. So I really, really like this move because 1, you get flexibility in the hamstrings, which is great because we tend to get tight hamstrings from sitting a lot. Second is posture, right? So it really helps with correcting that upper body posture. And then you get some great core work out of it. So you strengthen and lengthen the hamstrings, you work on your posture, and you're getting that core in there. Grab a dumbbell and get it behind your body. So you're holding onto the dumbbell with 2 hands. 1 dumbbell, 2 hands, and it's behind your body. And you can get that dumbbell resting right on your glutes, right on your bum. Your feet are about hip-width apart. So as you're holding this weight back behind your body, you should feel that your chest and shoulders kind of retract back, right? And your shoulder blades are pinched together a little bit. You should feel that already, just naturally by reaching behind you. So give it a little extra emphasis and a little extra squeeze in the shoulder blades. Feel the weight on your heels and bend the knees slightly. Think about pushing your bum into the dumbbell as you bend forward from the waist. Right? Keep that good posture. Come out of it, get nice and tall. So the challenge is keeping your shoulders back and retracted, bending forward from the waist, pushing your bum into the dumbbell, and then back, nice and tall. You can also think about potentially, if you ever closed the car door with your bum because your hands were full, but you needed to close the door and you didn't want to kick with your leg, you can always get your bum against the door and then you kind of push out quickly. Think of it that way, where you are using your hips as a guide, pushing your hips and glutes into the weight, shifting back, and then getting tall at the top. Keep your shoulder blades together. So just remember to bow. Bow from the waist, or hinge. More technical term is hinging from your waist, your hips. Hinging from the hips, just bending the knees a little, and mind your posture. The posture is the key. Core and posture is everything on this move. Shoulders back, tight tummy, then bend forward from the waist. If you can remember the core and shoulders back, it's about half the battle, really. And then from there, you bend forward from the waist and you load the weight onto the heels. And so you try to take care of the upper body first, shoulders back, core engaged. Then we take care of the lower body second, bending forward from the waist, loading the weight onto the heels. So it's a big time move, a lot going on. Do what you can. Remember not to squat, right? Bend forward from the waist. Your knees are slightly unlocked or slightly bent, however you want to think about it. And remember to force those hips back into your hands, into the weight, into that imaginary car door behind you. You're just trying to push that the glutes into the door. Shut that door on the car and then get nice and tall at the top. Push out your hips and get tall. Shoulders back. Let's do 3 more. Get a good stretch. Get down low. You should feel that stretch in the hamstrings, the back of your legs. 2 more. Keep those shoulders back. Last one coming up. Push out those hips. Keep those shoulders retracted. And nice and easy come out of that. And let's finish with some wall slides. On the door or a wall. So find a location where you can move your arms along the wall. You're going to get a 90-degree angle in your arms. Your feet can be, 3-4 inches away from the baseboard. Get a 90 degrees in your arms. Get your bum and your upper back against the wall. If possible, get your head against the wall as well. Now from here, the outsides of your elbows and forearms are touching. Your knuckles, your fingernails are touching the wall as well, if possible. Sometimes the hands are hard to get up there against the wall. But do what you can. Reach and come back down. Try to keep those elbows in close to the wall. Keep the back of your hands touching the wall. Slide and down. Slide and down. Slide up, come right back down. Slide up, come right back down. And so you really feel the shoulder mobility working right here as you try to keep those elbows back and hands against the wall. You're also trying to keep your bum and your shoulder blades against the wall. If these are tough and you know you need to work on these, another way to do it is on the floor, on the ground, or on your bed, where you use gravity and your arm weight to assist you. So this one you're working against gravity and you're working against your arm weight, whereas on the ground, if you're on your bed or the floor, preferably the floor, because sometimes the bed, the mattress will give and concave in, which will push your arms forward. So you don't really get the full benefit. So, food for thought. Give it a try if you want to work on that one a little more and it's a little tough on the wall. You can go to the bed or the floor. And that's it, guys and girls. We are all done. Let's finish with some stretching real quick. Figure 4 stretch. One of my favorites. Great for the hips, great for loosening up that lower back. And you just hold, bending one leg over. We've done this one before. You can either cross at the knees, cross at the ankles. I'm giving a little extra leverage in my leg, but you can also back off on the leverage and bring your upper body back. So kind of play with it, see where you're at. And then you'll transition to the other side. Just keep working at it. Keep stretching. So you're trying to push down that leg on the inside part of your thigh to give yourself a little extra stretch, a little extra leverage. And that's it, guys and girls, we are all done. Just wanted to finish with a little lower back and hip stretch for you. Great work today. Bravo. Good job.